What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the OG Sports Show. It's your boy Chuck.
Slow motion.
And B.
We got a special guest in the house this week, fellas. We in week 9, no more football, so we got to find something to talk about, spice things up. So we got a special guest. Slow, introduce your boy.
Yeah, man. We got my boy D from the Lex and Terry Morning Show. Also my homeboy for life back in West Tampa.
He told us PV already.
Yeah, Presbyterian Village represent.
Them pank buildings at the end of Main Street.
What up, D-Ski?
What's up, man?
Yeah, man. This is how we do it.
Good to have you on, homeboy.
Man, I'm just sitting here, chilling, relaxing, trying to get ready for the week.
Yeah, is it warm back up in Texas for y'all yet?
What you say now?
Has it warmed back up in Texas yet?
Yeah, but it's gonna get cold again, man. Texas got the weirdest weather I have ever seen.
Worse than Florida?
Man, we went from that freeze and snow and lights going on and off and water pipes breaking last week to all this week. It was like in the 60s and 70s.
Oh, man.
Wow.
We might have to jump into it quick then because, you know what I'm saying, we don't know if D power going to stay on or his pipe going to bust. So let's get into it, man.
He washing clothes, we know that.
Yeah. Let's dive in right now. Slow, what's going on, bro? What the lick read?
What the lick read for week 9? We probably all seen it and heard about it. Cam Newton versus this badass kid at one of his camps.
Why the kid gotta be a badass kid already?
He was a badass kid, bro. Let's keep it real.
The kid went at Cam and called Cam trash, and it went down here from there.
I don't know about y'all, man, but it royally pissed me off. I had a conversation with nephew about it. It really pissed me off because what I told nephew was our era needs to take some responsibility for it. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say it is because it's our era of parents that's raising these teenagers that so apparently tried to raise these teenagers that are in the world right now, running their mouths with no respect for themselves, life, or anybody else's accomplishments. Because what made this kid think, regardless of what Cam did last year, that he could tell him, this grown man that's accomplished everything in life that I would assume this kid wants to accomplish.
Right.
And tell him that he's trash and he's about to be poor because he's a free agent. For me, the kid got off easy.
Yeah.
Because I'm the type of person, I'm a strong believer in when it comes to disrespect, especially with somebody that's stepping out of their place to disrespect me. When it comes to disrespect, if you come to me throwing punches, I'm gonna pull out a gun on you, verbally. You feel what I'm saying? Like right. I'm about to embarrass this kid to the point to where he's gonna want to go home. He don't want to participate in this camp no more. Cam did good keeping his composure. He just asked the kid, "Where's your daddy?" I would have went a step further. Where's your daddy at? So I can buy and sell him, and then I'll be your new daddy.
So you gonna postpone the kid?
Man, I would have made the kid want to leave right then and there. Because the kid was disrespectful, man. These kids today, man, like I said, they don't have respect for nobody's lives. They don't got obviously don't have respect for what this man accomplished. Let's just go down the list. All right, this man was a recruit at the University of Florida. Yeah, he got in trouble and he left. Big deal. He left and went JUCO and won a JUCO national championship. Came back to D1, won a D1 national championship.
And Heisman.
Won the Heisman Trophy. Number 1 pick in the draft. $100 million quarterback. And I got a 15-year-old telling me that I'm trash? I would have set that little kid on fire.
That's his mama fault.
And his daddy. That's why I say we got to assume responsibility for our area of parents. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the kid, it's the folks that we went to school with that's raising these little 17, 18-year-olds out here with no respect for nobody. I'm going to shut up now because I'm getting angry just thinking about it.
I mean, I don't have any 17, 18-year-olds, so I don't know.
I have a 17-year-old. I have a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old. And if either one of them thought to get like that with any adult, let alone an adult that's taking time out of his day to try to do something for them and make them better people. I would snatch their little throats out. And that's just me. That's the way I was raised.
So
The child's supposed to stay in a child's place.
So is that okay? So so I don't like blanket statements, as we know. When you start saying all, and I get it. Some kids have issue, but I think that you have good kids like yours, and you have some other respectful kids around the world. I think that young man, I don't know what was on his mind or why he felt like he needed to get and come at Cam like that. Like, wasn't that Cam Newton's tournament or his camp?
It was his camp. From what I heard, it was something that happened earlier that he felt disrespected by Cam, and that's why he went at Cam that way. But you know how these kids are. These kids think they wake up in the morning and you're supposed to respect them like
You owe him something.
something, right?
So
right.
instead of him going to Cam and saying something to him,
He tried to go
felt like he was
viral, and he
embarrassed.
thought
But what
he was
even
doing
that? What place do he have to go say anything to Cam at all? You know what I'm saying? Like, young fella, I'm sure your parents paid some hard-earned money for you to come to this camp.
probably was free.
Probably,
Cam.
but even still, somebody had to get you here.
Yeah.
And you gonna tell me that I'm poor? I will buy and sell both your parents and be your new daddy.
see, that's why you ain't.
That's why I can't stand disrespect, man. Especially when it comes from a kid, man. Like, I wasn't raised that way. You know what I'm saying? My father did 21 years in the military. He didn't bring that home with him, but there was a line that was drawn when it comes to respecting, your elders, respecting yourself, not embarrassing your parents. Like, this boy gonna be known forever as the kid who showed his ass at the camp. And you think obviously he's trying to get where Cam is. What do you think a recruiting coordinator gonna think about this kid when he's trying to go to school?
He got speed.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah, if he got, Ski, what you got to say?
I'm a blame his mama, because there's a key thing that I've heard you guys say is my daddy wouldn't have stood for that, or my daddy would have definitely gripped me up by the throat and say, hey, who you talking to like that? And I've seen it before. I've heard it from my wife, who works in the school system. When these kids get in trouble and you try to explain to they mom what happened. Oh, not my Taquan. Taquan don't do that.
Right.
And they get defended. So they feel as though they got the carte blanche to do anything they want to do towards adults and just people in general.
That's the problem, though. These kids, you know what I'm saying, in a lot of cases, unfortunately, they just have their mamas, and their mamas feel like they can't do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? I go back to when we was coaching Yellow Jackets. We were coaching 13-year-olds. I had a 13-year-old walk off the field and tell me that the team sucked and they wasn't any good. So I told him to go sit his little butt down. He didn't worry about how bad the team is, because you ain't playing no more. So his mama confronts me after the game and gonna tell me, yeah, I told him, mind you, this kid's 13. I told him if he want to make it to the pros. I said, pros? I said, girl, he ain't even gonna play in high school. Make it to the pros.
Right.
But that's the problem, though. They got these kids thinking that they have already earned something, and you ain't got nothing. You trying to get where Cam is. You will hope and pray you can get to where Cam is one day.
The only thing I wish Cam wouldn't have done is said, I'm rich. I think he could have. I know the kid got up under his skin. I just wish he wouldn't have said, I'm rich.
I think Cam was doing
But
his.
see what happened was, and we know how blogs can be. We know how clickbait media is. There's more to that video that Cam ended up putting out, where he went back and tried to talk to the young man.
Right. I saw it.
And, have a conversation with him and basically clear things up, so neither one of them left away from there with ill feelings towards each other. But
the kid
they're
froze
not
up.
going to make that a big story.
No, and the kid froze up. You know what I'm saying? Because Cam went back to him and asked him, well, what did you do today? And the kid couldn't have nothing to say. Oh, well, you'll see. Go check YouTube and blah blah blah. No, I'm not asking you to give me your YouTube link. What did you do today? What was your team's record today? What did you do today? Kid didn't have nothing. He had a whole kind of mouth when he had his phone in his hand. He was trying to be TikTok famous. He had all kind of things to say. But when Cam went to him man to man and asked him, what did you do today? The kid nutted up. He ain't had nothing to say.
So much so the boy put out a public statement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was a mistake, in my opinion, because Now you've attached your name to it. You probably could have gotten away with it in a sense, and maybe kind of flew under the radar with some other schools that he's trying to, maybe trying to be recruited by if he didn't attach his name to it. You know what I'm saying? But now he puts out a statement on his Instagram or whatever it was. Now we know who you are. You know what I'm saying? They probably would have died, you know what I'm saying, within another hour or so, after the media got sick of talking about it. It probably would have died. But now the kid attached his name to it. Now you got to explain that to every school that you're trying to go to or trying to recruit. You got to explain to them, oh, well, yeah, I was the idiot who went off on $100 million quarterback.
Or that or something great got up. He got to save an old lady from a burning building or something. You know? Hey, remember me? Yeah.
I helped the old lady cross the street. I'm a good guy.
All right. Next story. Deion Sanders had his first game against the mighty Edward Waters College. And he destroyed him.
Don't do Edward Waters like that, man.
I had an Edwards Waters sweatshirt back in the day.
Back in the day?
Yeah.
You got it at
Man.
Ross or
I
something?
don't know where I got that fucking shirt from, man.
But anyway, I mean, they destroyed him. But during the game, Deion had some items stolen from him from the locker room.
Misplaced. Don't say stuff.
Misplaced. Well,
He claims it was stolen.
My thing.
And somebody
was-
witnessed the theft.
And I want you. Yeah.
The theft was witnessed.
Oh man, you dug in the bag on that one. Youngsters ain't even gonna know what you talking about.
No.
But anyway, my thing, and I want you guys' opinion. I don't think that was the platform for Deion to bring that up on the press conference of your first win as a head coach, and you're gonna bring up some stuff was stolen from you. Like, why?
He made a mistake. I'm gonna give him that mistake, even though he's supposed to be this seasoned superstar head coach. Now, I just think he made a mistake. He let his anger get the best of him.
And he kept pressing the issue.
Yeah.
Because Jackson State was trying to sweep it. They was like,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't stolen. No, yes, it was. Somebody lied. Somebody stole my stuff.
My thing is, why are you leaving your shit out, period, anywhere?
Anyway, and what?
Man, I don't even know what to say. Like,
You in the professional. I can see if this was like the NFL professional locker room. I get it. Cool. But you at Jackson State, dog.
let me tell you part.
You in the middle of Jackson, Mississippi, probably one of the highest black populations. I shouldn't. Let me stop. I'm not gonna go there.
It's pretty high. Jackson.
I mean,
high.
but not. I'm down. Want to make it seem like all black people steal.
No.
But
Well, a lot of us do.
What tickled me was
You
when
leave
he
your
said
shit out.
"Thank God I have my chains on."
you worried about some chains?
I almost choked. Thank God he had chains on us, so it got them too.
But,
Deion.
but he had, remember, they stole the boombox.
He got the
First week.
He got the boombox back.
So, Deion, I don't know if you know this, but you had a HBCU, and you walking around here. That's why I think his sons
They need to be
walking
careful.
around there with them gold chains and thinking that flash. They gonna wear a lot of ass whipping.
They targets, and
Yeah.
and this is something that I've actually thought about quite a bit because Jackson State happens to be recruiting my son for baseball. So I thought about that a lot. I'm like, man, yeah, Deion's gonna bring a lot of attention to the school, probably a lot of money. He also gonna bring a lot of negative attention too, because like you said, his son. I know his quarterback is pretty flashy. I think the other one is a little bit more humble.
Right.
'Cause I think he spent more time with his mama than he did with Deion, so he's a little bit more humble. But his son, the quarterback, he wears all of Deion's chains, and he drives a brand new F-150, and they gonna be targets. They're gonna be targets. Yeah, because everybody ain't eating like them at Jackson State.
Why'd you leaving your shit out?
He's Deion
I don't
Sanders.
care. Why'd you leave? It need to get stolen. You leaving your shit out, and it gets stolen. You can't say nothing.
No, he's definitely
I
shouldn't.
left my truck unlocked and my Beats headphones in my truck. And Catherine came home from work one time, like 11 o'clock at night. Your truck light on, watch the door open. I'm like, what?
Got him, and that's what your ass get.
I should have locked my door.
Should have locked your doors.
Ski, I know you had some run-ins with Deion in Dallas when the kids were young. What you think, man?
Man, I mean,
I know
they've
you
been
went
had-
through that
those
whole
kids been
thing
had
when they had the
targets on their
fiasco with
back.
the school.
Say again.
When they had the fiasco with the school, when they had got rid of the guy that was stealing when he had the what was the school name he had? Prime U or something. What was the school he had? And he had because they had the thing where he was taped in the meeting with the guy that was the president, and they said he was taking money.
What?
Prime
Oh,
Academy.
I forget.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
some-
yeah.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
they ended up shutting that school down.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. And that's when he went to
Golly.
the Trinity Christian
Trinity,
or whatever.
right.
Yeah.
I forget the name. I forget the name of the school, man. It escapes me now. I might have to jump on the Google and see if I can find it. But
Prime Prep.
Prime
I mean,
Prep.
they've always anything. Put it like this: anything with Dion's name on it because of who he is, how flashy he is. Those kids have a target on their back.
Right.
When I was coaching girls basketball, he had a girls basketball team, and they were really good.
I know his daughter played
But-
basketball.
But anytime any of these other girls came up against them, they didn't see those girls. They didn't see the truth. They saw Dion.
Right.
And they wanted to bust their head.
Right.
So
And see, that's the one thing I
Hey.
worry about. I worry about is his ego gonna get in the way of what they accomplish on the
Yes.
field.
It's Deion Sanders.
Well, even
Yeah.
Paul Feinbaum said he think this is a stepping stone for Dion. Stepping stone school.
Oh, it definitely is. Deion's not trying. He's not staying at Jackson State. If he wins enough, he's trying to go to a Power 5 school. Obviously, I even heard Feinbaum said that Florida State shouldn't have passed up on him. First of all,
Man, please.
Shut the fuck up.
we only if y'all only he's only getting the job based off his name because Deion ain't proved nothing yet.
Nothing.
He wasn't even the head coach at Trinity Christian. He was just the offensive coordinator. So he hasn't proven anything yet. Yeah, they beat the brakes off of Edward Waters. I watched the game. I mean, a lot of people can beat the brakes off of Edward Waters. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think people are jumping the gun too much. Let's see what he's able to do against some of these established schools. You know what I'm saying? That's been playing for a while. That's got some recruits of their own, like FAMU and hell, even Alcorn. You know, some of these schools because Steve McNair's brother has been holding it down at Alcorn for a while. They got some studs on their team too. So I'd be interested to see how the rest of the spring season plays out, and then also in the fall when they come back, because I think his sons can't play in the spring; they can't play into the fall. So now, his other son, the older one, that's a DB, he's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty decent.
He
I know.
left a Power 5 school,
Yeah,
and he was getting burned. And I think the one game I saw him play, he started.
yeah,
Go to Jackson State.
he can play now. His older son can play. I don't know. The jury's still out on whether his younger son can be a quarterback in college. We'll see what happens.
That boy ain't that good.
But I think they need to pump the brakes on Deion coaching at Florida State or any other Power 5 school
They
just
need
yet.
to get a lock on his door and a lock on his desk.
Take them chains off.
Take them chains off. Don't wear them to school. Leave them at the house.
by the way, that school that Dion had that they ended up having to close down because they lost their charter was Prime Prep Academy.
Yeah.
Damn, he
Mistake
lost a
number
charter.
one.
He lost a charter.
Yeah, well, because the dude was taking the money.
Yeah, the guy he was partnering with was
Yeah.
stealing money.
Of course he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the federal government.
We can't have nice things.
No, the federal government don't play when you take their money. You're not doing what you're supposed to do at these charter schools.
That's why we can't have nice things. I hope Deion.
And
I just hope
and
Deion
one of the
don't
funny
ruin
things
it.
about it, he was stealing it through the lunch program.
Oh man.
These kids supposed to be having healthy nutritional meals.
He was
probably
stealing
giving
lunch
them Hot
cards?
Pockets.
No, he probably didn't have funding. He probably said, man, get them little niggas
I
some
mean,
Lunchables.
I stole a couple lunch cards in my day at
Let me
Jefferson High
let me go to
School.
Dollar Tree and get some ground beef.
Oh
Make it
man,
some sloppy joes.
just sad. Man.
All
Them
right.
kids probably eating Pizza Hut at first, and now they getting the rectangle pizza like we was getting.
Dion, lock your shit up, dog.
Sad. Man. I just hope before we move on, I just hope Deion don't ruin it for the rest of the HBCUs or HBCUs as a whole, because I am a part of that group that wants to see a lot more of our kids go to HBCUs. I just hope that what happens with him at Jackson State doesn't ruin the image of HBCUs and force kids to just be like, I'm not even going to consider him anymore.
As long as he wins all whatever bullshit that comes along during the season or during his time there at Jackson State, as long as he wins, it won't matter.
I hope so, because I really like the baseball staff. I've talked to both the head coach and recruiting. I really like the baseball. They really got something positive going, and I hope, like I said, more of our kids go to HBCUs.
But it's going to be who he's winning against.
Right.
The big dogs, if he's beating up on Southern and all them, they're going to be like, so.
Yeah, but you don't think that even if he's winning at all, just because of the name, like a Power 5 school would be like, if he's able to recruit there, think about what he can recruit here. You know what I'm saying?
I would see that, but I think they would have to see more of him. He's going to have to, because I know he put it out and mandated he didn't want to take no check games, and I know the reason why he didn't want to take a check game because of the embarrassment.
Oh yeah, he don't want to get the brakes beat off of him.
But if he could come up and beat ULM, Louisiana Monroe,
or UTEP or something,
UTEP or something like that, then they might say, okay, let's see what you got.
Right, I feel you.
But then again, he's still gonna go to a lower level. He's gonna go to FIU, FAU. I don't see him getting a Power 5 job beating up on HBCU.
I don't know, man. I saw somebody already said that Florida State shouldn't have passed up on him, which is the craziest shit I ever heard in my life. Anyway,
Willie Taggart
2.0?
2.0. All right. The NBA. We're going to touch on a little bit of the NBA.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though it's trash, but
This guy.
the power rankings kind of changed and flipped since Anthony Davis is hurt, and looked like the Nets got their thing together without KD, and looks like they are pushing to be the best in the league.
Not Utah?
Man, I'm not a believer in Kyrie yet.
Not yet. They gotta. I'm with you, D. They gotta put it together.
Why is there so much hate on Kate? Not just between you two. I'm just saying, just period. Why do folks hate Kyrie so much? I know he's a little off.
He's a flat earther. He don't play. He plays like one game a week. How you gonna build team chemistry with Professor Clump and James Harden? Like, first off, how James Harden lost all that weight in like 1 week?
He was in a fat suit.
Yeah.
He was like,
He got to New York.
get me up out of here. I'm gonna wear this fat suit until y'all get me out of here.
But I'm impressed that how Harden
is playing his ass off.
Yeah, and he's
playing.
kind of taking a back seat, like, yo, I don't, and Kyrie had to give up the point and say,
You think about it. You think about it. To me, that's the only way they can win. If Harden has to give up some shots in order for him to win, because there ain't enough balls to go around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He has to give up at least half. You know what I'm saying? In Houston, he was shooting the ball 30 times. He don't have to, and he can't with this team because they're not gonna win if he does. You know what I'm saying? Because then KD, he gonna get his feelings if Harden's shooting the ball 30 times a game, and then Kyrie, he's up and down, injury here, or he got an attitude.
Don't feel like playing.
You know what I'm saying? So I personally don't think it may work. I think it'll be. I'm gonna say it's luck, but the stars have to align for them to be able to pull it off all the way and win it all.
They still won't come out the East. That's still Miami. It's still Miami.
You think so?
Yeah.
"Ooh, about Philly."
Yeah, I was gonna say Philly too, man.
I don't have no faith in Philly.
Me neither, because Philly does it. Philly's doing what they do. They're regular season. They do what they do, and then come to playoffs.
Now there was some talk about
fall off.
Philly trying to trade for Kyle Lowry. Now if they get Kyle Lowry, I have a little bit more faith in them. But if it's just Embiid and Ben Simmons, I have zero faith in that combination because Simmons will not shoot outside of that.
If KD comes back full, the Nets coming out the East.
I don't know, man. I don't have faith in them yet either. Like you said, can't count on Kyrie.
If the Nets can do what LeBron and them did in Miami, where they go ahead and say, all right, Durant, you Batman. Kyrie say, I'm Robin. And, Harden, he just played Alfred the Butler. They'll be all right.
But that's the thing, though, is I don't think Kyrie wants to be nobody's Robin.
He's already done that.
Yeah, he don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Chris Bosh was cool with being Alfred the Butler.
And that's why people have hate for Kyrie, because he's not willing to capitulate or give up those touches.
No.
Or to say that somebody else can come in and be the man. That's that. On top of he ain't did shit since he left the Cavs when they won that championship.
No.
And how he left there talking about, I don't want to, he didn't want to play with LeBron, trade me.
But see, the thing is, he saw what it was to be the man with Boston. He
Right.
couldn't handle that pressure.
Right.
No.
Exactly.
So I mean,
But I think
hey,
it
why
is.
you gonna go over here now and try to be the man because you got two dogs with you? No,
I just
Take a
don't think
no.
step back.
his ego won't allow him to do it, dog. He got to get out there. He got to get his and one on. You know what I'm saying? He got to face up and put his head down and dribble 10,000 times and not pass to nobody. He can't get his and one
I
on.
wouldn't mind it if he played consistent. Like if he
Right.
didn't take time off for stupid reasons. I wouldn't say stupid reasons. If he didn't take as much time off as he did, he could do what he want to do. Because when he's on, Kyrie,
He one of the best that can do
he's
it.
one of the best to do it.
But
He
you got,
put motherfuckers in the
but you
blender.
think about it though. The fact that he's a flat earther and all this other stuff that he goes through, he needs some mental health breaks, bro. Like he's got to have some mental health breaks to figure out what the hell he going through. At the same time, he's doing a lot of great things off the court,
Right,
as
exactly.
well. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't hate him like that because I think his mind, his heart is in the right place with a lot of stuff, but he just a little off.
As a person, I don't at all.
Yeah,
As a basketball player and a team player, I just can't get
Can't
I
deal
can't
with
get
it.
behind it.
I feel you.
Do you believe? Like, I mean, in my opinion, mental health now being talked about so much in the black community is almost, and I'm very careful of how I say this. It's almost a fad with some people. Now, does it exist? Yes, it does. Is Kyrie somebody that just
You think he's
kind of
leaning
jumped
on it?
on that wave so people can like, oh, that's why he was gone? Or did he really need a mental health break?
I think so. Anybody that believes the earth is flat needs a mental health break. You know what I'm saying? that's just me. I personally, especially when
You
it
got
comes.
FMLA with the Nets.
Oh, he has to have it, bro. To me, I don't think, specifically for us as black men, I don't think we talk about mental health enough.
Right.
Like one of my favorite podcasts is the I Am Athlete, and I think tomorrow they're gonna have a show where they talk a lot about mental health, and I think Channing Crowder talked about. I saw a little clip of it. Channing Crowder was like, when we go through stuff, why don't we call each other? Like, why our kids know each other, our kids play together, we do all kind of stuff together. Why is it when I'm going through something, why I don't call you? You know what I'm saying? Or why I don't call you if I'm going through, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think we talk about it enough as black men. I think it's a masculinity thing as to why we don't talk about it enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you think that this man, he got all the access in the world, got as much money to take care of all of us if he wants to. You think he should be good, but no. I think
Man,
obviously some things is off
We all know more money, more problems.
for sure. Yeah. So
That's I get it, I understand it. I don't necessarily think he jumped on the wave like you said, D, and is kind of just using that to, hey, this is I'm just gonna take this day off because I'm going through this mentally.
Yeah.
I just think I don't know, man. I like people like that. There's always something that we don't know about. Kind of like when Dennis Rodman. Ain't nobody knew Dennis Rodman went to Vegas and was fucking hoes in the hotel room.
but you know what led him to that, dog? You heard about how his
mom.
his mom.
Right.
It started with his mom, but then also his baby mama too. Like half the Pistons was knocking her down while he was in love with her. You know what I'm saying? So Dennis been through it, bro.
His mom treated him like
shit.
But that's what I'm saying. So we don't know. Like we hear Kyrie's got two good parents and
That don't mean nothing.
He lost his mom early or dad.
Kyrie?
Kyrie.
I don't know.
I thought he lost one of his parents.
I think it's his mom because his dad is still around.
Right. I knew it was one of his parents.
So yeah, you
Because
right.
he just recently, there was a thing on him where he had redid his childhood home with like all of his trophies, his dad trophies, and I think even his sister was an athlete at one time, and his dad was like real touched by the gesture that he did, but they still have a really good relationship.
Ain't no telling what that cat going through,
Yeah,
though,
and
man.
who knows, man?
Yeah.
Now, do the King come out the West without AD?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Not with Utah on his ass.
I don't have no faith in Utah.
You don't?
No.
After what they did last season?
Yeah, I
In
don't
the
have
bubble?
I don't have no faith in Utah. I don't think that they can beat I don't think they can beat the Lakers in the 7-game series.
Without AD?
Without AD, Probably, yeah.
It was
without
on
AD.
their ass with AD.
Yeah, without AD, they have a shot. But I just don't have no faith in them. Whoever has faith in Utah
Look, man,
winning it all. You know what I'm saying?
Donovan Mitchell last season in the bubble.
Yeah. I just don't have no faith in them. Show me in, what is it, June when the playoffs
Yeah.
start? Show me in June, and then we'll talk about
I
it.
mean, playoffs start in April, but
Yeah, we'll talk about it then. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah,
Playoffs is a different world.
LeBron's not carrying them bums without AD. It's just not happening.
I'll agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
the
But
promised
I'm
land-
wondering,
go
are
ahead.
they looking for something? Are they looking for another piece to bring in and,
What else can they
and
do? I
possibly
think
replace somebody?
They think they're gonna bring Boogie over there.
They can trade for Melo.
So are we saying is LeBron? Can he get them to the playoffs or
Without
win a
AD.
championship?
Oh, yeah.
No, I say come out the West.
They going to the playoffs without
Okay,
him.
okay.
Yeah, they going to the playoffs. I'm saying coming out the West
Okay.
without
but
AD.
Are they going to go to the finals without AD? Absolutely not. Not happening.
No, not like I said, not with my pick of. I think right now Utah is a very complete team because who else is coming out of the West besides the Clippers, and we don't know how they're gonna handle everything.
True.
You know, they
Yeah.
fell off in the playoffs, so until they do it, it hurts me, and it don't really hurt me because I'm a Pacers fan. So Paul George was my boy till he left.
Trash.
So until
Playoff P.
playoff P, he better do something.
First of all, the fact that he named himself Playoff P is my first
Should have
bone to
kept
pick
his
with
ass
him.
in Indiana. But anyway,
Should have stayed in Indiana, and you can't give yourself nicknames, bro. You just can't do that. That's not how it works.
right.
You gotta earn your nickname.
Come on, bro. Playoff P, and you ain't won it all yet. You're not Playoff P. Mistake number one.
But that wraps it up with the league read for week 9.
All right, everybody, y'all know what time it is. It's time for What You Own. And in this segment, of course, we give our classic albums, something y'all can listen to and check up and check out and get turned on to. And this week, D, we're going to let you go first since you the guest. What you on this week, brother?
Man, I am on the Far Side's Log Cabin, California.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Man, when I tell you, I still put the CD in.
Okay.
Screw MP3s. I could put the CD in my truck and listen to it from beginning to end.
You got to rub it on your shirt before you put it in there, though. You got to rub it against your chest to make sure you get all the fingerprints and stuff off of it.
I know it's skipping.
And see what a lot of people don't know, and I didn't know until later on. Jay Dilla does a lot of production on that album, almost the
wow.
whole album.
I didn't know that.
Wow, me either.
And that was one of my favorite.
Yes.
That was my favorite albums of all time too. That Far Side, but
Yeah, and I mean, you go from She Said to Drop to Why, Running, Hey You, It's All Good. I mean, you could just listen to that from beginning to end, and you don't have to skip a song.
yeah, man.
The best one.
Good one there, man.
Yeah,
Classic.
she keeps on passing me by.
Yeah.
Love that, man. Love that.
Since you
And then the thing about it is to know that those cats came from the West Coast with that vibe they came with.
Yeah. And a couple
Was
of them
just
cats was
like-
couple of them cats was skateboarders, like
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Far Side, man.
All right, what you on this week?
Okay, I'm on something that's probably a little bit more obscure. A lot of people don't really know about it. Like I said, I'm not sure if y'all was even up on it, to be honest with you. But I kind of stumbled across it myself. Back when I was living in Tennessee, I worked at a little CD shop, right? And a lot of times we would get stuff that would come in that just like wasn't of the norm. So I stumbled across this CD one day. We only got one copy in. And when I saw who it was, I'm like, okay, I'm keeping it. It's mine. And it was everybody knows Sleepy Brown. All our Outkast fans know Sleepy Brown. You know, he's 1/3 of Organized Noise. He had a group at one time called Sleepy's Theme, and they put out an album in 1998 called The Vinyl Room. Now, I used to have that. I still got that CD in my office right now, and I don't have a CD player in my car, so I found it on Apple Music and was listening to it. Man, if you like Outkast, you like Organized Noise, you're gonna love Sleepy's theme if you get a chance to get it. Now, you Android cats, I don't know where y'all get y'all music from. Y'all might have to see it.
I'm Spotify title, dude.
See if Spotify has it. You will not be disappointed. Okay.
I pay for Amazon Music Unlimited.
See if they have it. Sleepy's theme. See if they have it. You will not be disappointed.
Theme or Steam?
Theme. Sleepy's theme.
Is Outkast on there?
No.
No.
It's all Sleepy Brown and a couple other cats. It's all live instruments. It's all. What's the cat name? Music Soul Child. You know, he does like what he calls his music is called hip hop soul.
Right.
This is Southern hip hop soul. Like if you
Okay.
want something that's grown for us, you want to ride to, or you know, if you got an old school, you want to sit in your old school and ride. If you want to sit outside on your patio, drink a little brown, smoke a little cigar or something, you want to smoke something else. You know what I'm saying? This is something you want to ride to. It's
I'll
it's
check
hip.
that
It's
out.
Southern hip hop soul. Trust me, you will not. If you like me and you like to relax and be cool and laid back, you will not skip a single song. I promise you. I
Word.
promise you won't skip none. If you like anything that Sleepy Brown did by himself, you will love the entire album from start to finish. You will not be disappointed. And I'm going to ask y'all, after y'all get a chance to check it out, what you think. Promise
Word.
you. I promise you, you will love it. Like I said, I just stumbled across it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something I was looking for, even heard of. But I've been loving it ever since then. And like I said, when I found out Apple Music, I'm good. Now I got it on my phone. I'm straight.
Word.
Trust me. Sleepy's theme, the album's called The Vinyl Room. You will not be disappointed if you come from our era. If you love Outkast, you love Organized Noise, you will love this album. I promise you.
Word.
All
It's
right.
on me or
It's
you?
on you. Go ahead, brother.
All right. My album comes from the great year of 1993, as we all hip hop heads know. In 1993, a lot of
year.
classics dropped in that year.
It's a
Yeah,
great year.
yeah.
And this album came from the slums of Shaolin. Wu-Tang Clan Enter the 36 Chambers.
Yeah, man.
I remember, back in the day when we all watched Rap City.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was their first single, but it's just the first video I saw was Method Man, the song Method Man.
Mm-hmm.
And
METHOD.
I thought this dude was like a weirdo, like,
Thought
he
his
was
eye
just
was fucked up for real,
smoking and just, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but it said Wu-Tang Clan. I was like, well, where's the clan?
Right.
Then they hit me with the art of chess boxing.
Oh, man.
When all of them MCs got on there, and I was like, dude, how many of these dudes are there?
You still don't know how many it is.
From what they say, from watching the documentary, it's the 9 official members. Because I think Capadonna was locked up on the first album, and he didn't get out until the second one. But
Right.
it was just the whole album, the combinations that they had. Old Dirty Bastard.
Cream's on that, right?
Cream, yes.
That song will never die.
No. And when the RZA came in with his production and brought that nasty, grimy production into the hip hop, man, it was just a dope album that stood the test of time.
Them are some cats, if they could get it together, that they could tour forever. They could
It's
be the
too
Rolling
many
Stones.
of 'em.
They could
They-
be the Rolling Stones. You know what I'm saying? They could tour for the rest of their lives off that album.
Have you ever seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Documentary of Mike's and Men
Yeah.
on Showtime?
I haven't
You
seen
ain't
it.
seen it yet?
You got to see it,
You need to see
and
it.
you can see why they don't.
They
They
can't,
can't
do it.
do this.
Yeah, RZA's brother.
Yeah, I said RZA.
Yeah,
kinda,
RZA's brother.
I saw RZA kind of fucked it up.
Yeah,
It was more his brother,
Oh,
yeah.
because his brother was handling the money.
Did either any of you guys ever get to see the show they had on Hulu?
No, I
that
never
was
saw that.
produced by RZA,
Yeah, I never saw that.
and you know how close Ghostface and
Raekwon.
Raekwon are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to that show, and they say that's as close, to the whole relationship thing and that they could get. Those two didn't like each other. They tried to kill each other at one time.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
What, in the streets?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's that whole group, man. It was just the dynamic. I was like, man, there's no way that this is gonna work. You know, and it had a short lifespan.
Yeah.
They came out with different things. They've had some projects, but it's not all of them.
No.
And
But they can
it's
stand.
just-
They can stand on that album forever, though.
forever,
Yeah.
forever,
Yeah.
forever. The next one, which was the double album,
Return
it was
to Thursday Exchange.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
It was decent.
It wasn't Thursday Exchange.
No,
No.
I think if they would have combined the best songs off of each disc, it probably would have been
Yeah.
greater. But
Yeah.
they was just milking it. And then we all heard about they made this album that one dude bought that
Yeah.
that he the only one listened to it.
Right.
So ain't no telling what that.
But they
sounded
talked about
like.
that in the documentary too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because apparently they didn't. Some of the members didn't realize that they were putting these songs together to put on this album. They thought they were just coming to just help out on this project here, help out on that
Right.
project there. Come to find out, he put everything together to make it a Woo album, and then sold it for.
Yeah,
millions of
it
dollars.
kind of felt like to me the little bit that I did see outside of the documentary was that RZA was gotten a little greedy. That's the feeling that I got.
In the documentary, and they kind of agree, like RZA, he never really held anybody when they want, like when it was time for them to
Right.
get their deals. He never held anybody back. Now his brother, on the other hand, was, and I don't know, his brother was like a mastermind, because this nigga did the interview on a yacht.
right.
He never even, I didn't even know this nigga had a brother. I never
didn't
knew RZA had a brother, and his brother was like, so when they was coming up, his brother, I think his brother might have sold drugs.
Yeah,
His
Oh
brother,
yeah. His brother was kind of heavy in the streets.
his brother was heavy in the street, so his brother was doing whatever he can do to finance the group and finance the project,
Right.
finance everything.
His brother
then-
was Easy E basically.
Was easy, but didn't rap.
yeah.
Got you.
He was just strictly behind the scenes.
I got you.
So then when they hit it and got big, he started moving more shit legit, and is a legit businessman.
So did he have his hands on the majority of the pot?
Well, he
Since
got
he wasn't
control.
stealing anything.
Right.
He wasn't stealing. So it was like when it was time for them to get paid, like I guess they had people like when ODB went to jail, like ODB had beef with him. They cut RZA and ODB cousins.
Yeah.
So they kind of had beef. Like he was coming to RZA like, hey man, what's going on? Y'all ain't really doing this or doing that. And so when he got out of jail, that's when when Rockefeller jumped on him and brought him into the Rockefeller camp.
I got you.
And then so it was just different shit like
Long
that.
Well, I
story.
know what Raekwon, excuse me, not Raekwon, RZA was saying too. Like you were saying, when they did their solo deals, he let them. He said, as long as when we raise the flag, everybody come back and do it. But you know how that is.
Yeah.
Everybody start
Yeah.
getting their own money, and be like, yo,
It was like the New Edition story all over again.
at worse.
Everybody got too big for their own britches.
3 separate tour buses.
Right. Anyway,
But
what
yeah,
you
but
want
that's
to be?
why-
What I'm on. So when I put it in the chat, Slow was like, "You weren't even born yet." First thing out of his mouth, right? I'm like, damn, I can't appreciate music whenever I do discover it.
Hello.
So my album this week is one of the greatest 70s soul singers, music producers, musicians. Might be, and it's one of your favorite genre of movies.
The blaxploitation.
Hey,
Black
man.
exploitations, and we're talking about none other than Superfly and Mr. Curtis Mayfield himself. So I can remember seeing the movie growing up, coming up.
Right.
Uh huh.
But when I got to college, and there's a lot of the stuff for us is the memories that bring up. So I remember my boy Walt, who used to burn the CDs for me. Walt
Yeah.
was in the Curtis Mayfield. His dad got him on the Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah.
So I would go over to his apartment, and he'd be playing Superfly, or he'd be playing Curtis Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
So that's and then you start listening to it, and you're like, wait, didn't Mary J sample that?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't do so you
Everybody sampled
Right.
Curtis
everybody's Curtis Mayfield second
Ice
to
T
like
sampled Curtis Mayfield.
Beastie Boys,
Yeah,
J.
everybody.
Cole, Mary J. So second to like James Brown, Curtis Mayfield sample heavy.
What's crazy is that my album, Sleepy's Theme, will give you a real Curtis Mayfield feel when you listen to it. I promise you, it will.
Okay.
I remember it being, a kid when that movie came out, and it was like he was a superhero for the wrong reason.
All the wrong.
All
reasons.
the wrong reasons. And D, I know you probably remember Tampa Theater when they used to show movies.
Yeah.
They used to show the karate movies and then the black movies. And that's where you went to go see all the black movies. But it was crazy that that movie and the soundtrack of that movie, when you watch that movie, the soundtrack, Freddy's Dead,
Little Child
Pusha
Running
Man.
Wild.
Yeah, Little Child.
Like Pusha Man. When you listen to Pusha Man, I'm your mama.
I'm your daddy.
I'm that nigga in that alley. I'm your Pusha Man. Like what?
Bruh. It don't get much better.
Yeah.
And it was perfect for the movie.
Perfect for
the soundtrack was perfect
for the movie. So yeah, I was, and on how I picked it, I just be at work and I thumbs up stuff on, and when I'm listening to music or whatever, and Curtis Mayfield, Donny Hathaway, a whole bunch of people. I gotta listen to a lot of 70s shit. Like I would be riding with my wife and she's like, "You finna listen to some 70s shit again?" Like,
damn right.
Damn right.
My kids be the same way. Dad's listen to his old music. You damn right I am.
I'm listening to her. So this came. I was like, man, I'm like, damn, let me go see this Superfly. I mean, I started looking at something like.
But it's funny what you were saying, the sample. Do you remember that time when I was in Dallas and you was playing me? I think you had I don't know if it was a CD or of all the songs that were sampled in hip hop songs, but the original songs that none of these kids would.
Right.
You remember that?
Oh yeah, I think because I had put it together. Because see, I'm kind of back on that again. Because when I do my mix show, I do this segment called "Damn, I Heard That Before."
Yeah.
And if you guys remember the song that G Unit did with Joe, called "I Want to Get to Know You,"
Yeah.
they took that entire hook from Marvin Gaye's. What is it?
Was it Trouble Man? CD?
No, it's something Angel. I Want You to Be My Angel.
Wow.
And if you listen to Joe singing the hook on G Unit's "I Want to Get to Know You,"
as I'm listening to this shit to think about it in my head, the motherfucker sound like some shit Marvin Gaye would.
It's the same.
Because it goes, "I want to get to know you. I want to understand you, baby." Same exact hook. I was like, Lord have mercy.
What did Bernie Mac saying Above the Rim? You can't forget what we were.
We were.
Yeah.
Can't take what we were.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I was on, man. A Superfly, man, and yeah,
Good stuff, bro.
Good stuff. Hey, go get that.
go get
For
it.
sure.
Download it.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm already on Amazon right now, and the vinyl room is there. I can either stream it for free or I could buy the whole MP3 for $11.49.
I'm telling you, bro, when you listen to it, that's going to be your ride to music. I promise you. I promise you.
Oh, this dude is a music connoisseur, man. This cat.
You're going to love it, bro.
Yeah, this cat put me on so
Yeah,
much.
because just like Slow Motion say, I probably got, and I'm in the midst of transferring a lot of it to hard drive. I probably got like about 750 CDs left to transfer. I still have my tape cases. You remember when you can get those 120 tape cases that have 60 tapes on each side?
Yeah.
I still got 2 or 3 of them in my room now.
Oh, man. I don't know where all my tapes gone to.
I know where my CDs at.
I still got a book of CDs.
I got
As a matter of fact, I got one of your books of CDs.
What?
Yeah. That I borrowed and just never gave back.
My man D-Ski was the original Radio Raheem back in Presbyterian.
Oh, yeah.
He had the fresh radio every Christmas. And I remember the first one when the dual cassettes came out, we was
So see how D is for you. That's how my boy Walt Bookman. That's how my boy Bookman is for me. Like Bookman turned me on to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And really.
Oh, hey, I tell you this story, and it's so funny now. When EPMD first came out, I went to Slow Motion, and I went to a partner of ours, KB, and I say, man, it's this new group out, EPMD, man. And they both looked at me and they was like, "Oh, who you gonna come at us with next? HMLOP and all this shit." I'm like, trying to clown. I was like, "No, man, I'm telling y'all."
That was the truth.
Oh man.
All right,
Eric and
man.
Parrish making dollars.
All right.
Go
so
get
that's
that.
gonna do it.
Download it.
All right, you know what time it is. It's time for Who You Got. And this time, since, like we said, the NFL has ended and basketball is starting to ramp up, we are going to give some opinions. And the first thing we're going to, well, I think we'll start off with the other one. Because I think the first one that we mentioned, it can cause some debate. But the first one should be pretty quick. Who is the best college basketball player that you have ever seen?
Ski, you go first. You the king.
That I've ever seen,
That you've
or
ever
like
seen.
I've seen
Or
highlights, because
seen
I can
or
go
your
two
favorite.
ways with this.
That
Who's
you-
your favorite, or who?
That you've
who's
seen. You got to seen them play.
Not in person, right?
No.
okay.
Just
No,
watch
just
on
just
TV.
during my time of
Yeah.
man. I mean, I know this is not like gonna be a surprise, but I'm gonna have to say Shaq, man, because he just his sheer dominance and what they had to do to make this man not like being in college no more playing basketball. And just, hey, I'm going to the NBA.
He left his junior year or sophomore year?
I think
He left his junior
He
year.
left his junior year.
Yeah.
And if they wouldn't have started playing him like they did, the way they did as far as the double teams, the hacking and beating him up, he might have stayed his senior year.
Yeah, because I think I heard somewhere he said he enjoyed his time at LSU though.
Right.
Yeah, he did. He did until it got to the point of where, they just couldn't they couldn't do nothing with him. And then that's when it just, that's when they send the 11th man off the bench. Hey, go hit Shaq upside the head 5 times and get your fouls.
Quickly, 5 times quickly,
5
like
times.
within 5 possessions, hit him 5 times.
All
That's a
right,
good
Yeah.
pick.
That's a good pick, hey man.
That's a good
That's a
pick.
good one on Shaq. Chuck, who's your favorite college player, best college basketball player?
Well, he's not. I mean, I don't think anybody would consider him the best, but he was my favorite college player of all time, and that was Jason Kidd when he was at Cal. Jason Kidd, I guess because obviously,
The team played on too.
yeah, we was fairly close in complexion. He was a point guard. During my glory days of playing
Fancied
basketball.
yourself as a point
I
guard?
mean, I fancied myself as a point guard. You know what I'm saying? We were pretty similar. I wasn't gonna shoot the lights out the gym. You know what I'm saying?
pass that bitch
But I'm
and
pass the
rebound
hell out. I'm gonna rebound it. I'm gonna lead the fast break. You know what I'm saying? I may give you a couple of no looks here and there. You know what I'm saying? So Jason Kidd to me, just because he came from Oakland, you know what I'm saying, and he followed behind Gary Payton, another very good guard out of Oakland, another good point guard out of Oakland. So he was my favorite player around that era, but just because of the way he handled the ball, you know what I'm saying. He just
Yeah.
he was a floor general, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, and I fancied myself during my basketball playing days after Jason Kidd.
That's what he was, a floor general, because remember his name coming out of Cal was Asen Kid, no J.
Yeah. But believe but you know what's crazy though is Jason Kidd. Yeah, he didn't have no J come out of Cal, but he's top 5 in 3-point.
Right. He
3-pointers
developed
made
himself into
all
a
time.
shooter, yeah.
Which makes you even mad, gets you even mad at Ben Simmons why you can't develop a jump.
Right, because Jason Kidd, like you said, nobody was worried about him shooting coming out of college, and that man ended his career top 5 3-pointers made all the
Played
time.
with Tony Gonzalez was
Yeah.
on that team.
Yeah.
And somebody else was on that team.
They had a squad.
Yeah.
But J Kidd was my man in college. So
Okay,
that's my
We're
pick.
gonna save yours for last because I think it might be some more debate. So, with me, I'm gonna go. I could have went 2 ways, but they're both Duke players. I could have went Grant Hill, but then I thought about it, and as I was doing my research, Jason Williams was pretty damn good. You got to think about he was there 3 years?
Was it that long?
He was there 3 years.
Yeah.
No, 2. He was there 2 years.
Two,
He was there
yeah,
2
yeah.
years. So at the time, that's early 2000s. Duke and North Carolina's going back and forth. Jason Williams is playing with like Elton Brand, Corey Maggette. He's playing with all these boys that's getting drafted, and he's
Corey Maggette, wow.
running the show, like literally handles, scoring, shooting, playing defense because he wasn't but so tall. I wasn't gonna say he's rebounding, but he was playing defense, running the show at Duke, and he was arguably, and in his time was unstoppable.
What player of the year? Am I right?
Yeah, he won Player of the Year. They won a championship. Top pick in the draft. Before that motorcycle accident, he was
that
he
dude.
was on
Yes.
his way to
Yeah.
He was that
being
dude.
a good pro too.
Yeah, he was that dude. Yeah.
So yeah, for me, Jason Williams.
All
We're
right.
gonna go to slow here. Who you got?
Okay. The question was best collegiate player we ever seen. So I had to, take away my hatred and be real. And this guy was one of the most hated players ever.
He was.
Matter of fact, ESPN did a 30 for 30 about how much people hated this guy.
And it was perfect.
Yes, and his name is Christian Laettner.
Oh yeah.
Christian Laettner was a dog. He was at Duke 4 years. I want to say he got 2 or 3 rings.
At least 2, I know.
I know at least 2. Because what I did was I said college. I just put my mind on college.
Yeah,
And as a college player, he was
he was the best.
the best. He got up under your skin. He played
purpose.
defense.
On purpose.
On
He did that
purpose.
shit on purpose.
He talked a lot of shit
He
too.
talked
And backed it up.
Yeah.
backed it up. I mean, the Fab Five had to say, "Hey, this boy can play."
Yeah.
Even though they thought he was soft, but he can play.
He wasn't that soft.
No, he made all the big shots. He did everything.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
And one of the things is too, they thought, because everybody thought just because you went to Duke, you grew up with a silver spoon in your
No,
mouth.
they
He
were-
didn't come from that.
No,
No.
they were poor.
He was poor, and he got the respect. He didn't have a good pro career because
It was decent though.
he was decent. The only thing though, when they gave him that spot on the Dream Team,
Didn't belong.
was
Should've been-
trash.
should've been
'Cause
Shaq.
That should have been Shaq.
Should have been
but
Shaq.
Other
Yeah.
than that, and Shaq made him pay for that.
Yeah, he
But other than that, the best collegiate player I saw was Christian Laettner.
Low key, I was gonna go with Christian Laettner, but I was like,
As much as I dislike him, I can't argue with it.
can't argue with it.
Can't argue with it.
Man, I thought Slow Motion was gonna go with Psycho T.
Tyler
Hey,
Hansbrough.
Psycho T was he
Tyler
was on my
Hansbrough.
list. Hey,
Psycho
he
T
was
was
on
that
my
dude.
list.
Psycho T was
He was
so
on my list.
He was so bad when he left North Carolina.
Yeah. But Christian played with great players too, but Christian was that dog on that team.
Yeah, Psycho T.
Oh, yeah.
He was all right.
He was all right, but
Christian was hitting jumpers, taking
Yeah.
it to the
Yeah.
whole rebound.
defense.
But my question is, would Christian would have been that good without Grant Hill on the wing?
I think so.
Yeah,
Think so?
yeah.
I mean, 'cause they took a lot of
He
pressure.
was a dog.
Yeah.
With
Took a lot of
Christian.
pressure off of him with,
Yeah, he
with
did.
Grant being out there too. You know what
But
I'm saying?
remember, Christian was a dog before Grant got there.
Yeah.
He was. He was.
Now,
Yeah.
I believe Bobby Hurley helped him
A lot.
a lot.
Yeah.
But Christian was
He would take
he
this
ain't back down, man.
No.
And I don't want to throw race in there, but he looked at them black dudes like, "What?
I don't care. Yeah.
What you gonna
Yeah.
do?
What you gonna do?
Nothing. Get this work.
Just
wa-
get this check."
He watched a lot of Larry Joe Bird
He had to
coming
watch
up.
a lot of Larry
Yeah.
Bird because Larry Bird
Larry
didn't
didn't give
care.
a damn
Yeah.
Larry didn't care.
where you came
Mhm.
from.
Larry Bird said, "Why you put the white dude on?"
You know, we talked about this before. Like I have arguments with my nephews who think they know sports. I ain't tell y'all. You know, my nephew told me, well, Larry Bird wasn't that talented. I cut the conversation off right there.
Yeah, let's not even talk anymore.
Larry Bird wasn't talented. Said Larry would close his eyes and give you 70 on any given day.
Wasn't he shooting? Who was playing? He was shooting left-handed.
He played a whole game left-handed
and is right-handed.
and was giving folks that work. Larry,
Oh, you got to listen to that story that Magic tell when they played in the finals and Magic was hurt. So Larry came down there. He said, you not playing tonight? And Magic say, no, man, go on, leave me alone. He said, I'm gonna put on a show for you. he said Bird scored 45, and every time he scored, he point at Magic and run back down.
bro, when Larry walked into the three-point competition, in the locker room said, which one of y'all playing for second? And didn't even take his warm-up off.
Warm up.
And let that last one go and walk
And
off
walked
with
off
that thing.
with that, that was so dope when he did that.
Greatest white man of all time.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say.
No, you right.
My man right there.
He ain't no Rick Smits.
He ain't no Detlef Shrimp.
Oh, no,
Never
what about
Rick
Pistol
Smith.
Pete?
Pistol Pete was a
Now,
bad boy, but
Pistol-
unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to see
get to see
him.
Pistol.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to. Now I have
Seen
saw
the
highlights of
Yeah.
Pete.
Pete was out there giving niggas that work at LSU for
Hey, man,
40 a
right.
game.
Pete was the original white chocolate.
40 a game, though.
Yeah, he was without a 3-point line
Yes,
too.
sir.
Without a
Yeah.
three-point
Without a
line.
3-point line. So
40
yeah,
a game.
Pete gets his due, but that damn Larry Joe Bird, boy, I swear.
All right. Well, this kind of leads into our final who you got. I need you guys to give me your starting 5 most underrated NBA players of all time.
This is such a large spectrum of.
We'll let you
Players.
think about yours for
Right.
some more.
Yeah, give me a minute or two.
D, who you got, man? Who's your most underrated NBA starting 5?
Well, I need somebody to do the dirty work. So Kurt Rambis gonna play forward for me.
Kurt Rambis.
So you just got
Kurt
out there.
Rambis.
Kurt just getting rebounds.
He don't. He gonna get rebounds. He gonna get a few trash buckets. But if anybody mess with any of the superstars, Kurt Rambis gonna swing on them.
You knock Kurt's goggles off,
It's
he's
a wrap.
done. Knock them goggles off, it's a
Kurt
wrap.
ain't gonna
Kurt.
say shit.
And see, Kurt gonna play the power forward, and my small forward ain't gonna do nothing but get me buckets. And that's Alice English.
Well,
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Nothing but buckets. I mean, at one point,
yeah, because he ain't gonna
Alex,
play no D.
No.
No.
What?
He ain't gonna play no defense.
He ain't gonna play no defense.
Yeah, that's why I got Kurt. Kurt gonna have to guard both his guys. He gonna have to guard his guy and Alex guy. Now y'all want me to keep going?
Yeah, man, keep going. Give us your full 5.
Okay. And see when Alex sit down and take a break, that's when I'm gonna bring Adrian Dantley out there. Y'all know he a black hole.
Yeah.
When that ball go into him,
It ain't.
buckets, buckets, buckets. Now when I have to give old Kurt Rambis a break.
You got a bench too?
You got a
It's
bench
just a
too?
starting
You starting
5.
No, I'm not gonna say the bench.
You said give him.
You're gonna give us
just
15.
when Kurt Rambis
boy.
got to take a break.
12.
Okay.
Well, I guess that is kind of maybe I read that a little wrong. I'm sorry.
D, you gonna give us your full
Just
15?
start 5.
Well, I'm gonna have to. He gonna have to stay on the team. Luke Walton.
What?
Luke Walton. Underrated?
Luke Walton.
We talking about college Luke? Luke Walton.
No,
won the
I'm talking about Lakers. Luke Walton.
You mean Bill
You mean-
Walton?
championship. Luke Walton. You Bill Walton. You
You
talking about
had,
daddy.
you had
talking
me.
about
You
his
had
daddy
me, D.
before.
You lost me with Luke
Luke
Walton.
Walton.
But that's yours.
Go ahead.
Luke Walton did a lot of
Cheering.
no. Kobe had him out on the court quite often with him. And he did what he needed to do. Set screens and rebound. And give the ball back to Kobe after Kobe to pick this dribble up. He throw it to Luke. Luke throw it back to him.
Luke, give it right back. Give it right back. Yeah.
Okay.
And let's see, that's boom, 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 boom. That's 4 right there, right?
You need a point
who
guard.
running the show?
Oh, that's my man, World Be Free.
World.
He gonna run the point for me. He gonna be my floor general. Because he could score when he need to score, but he could also get that assist when he need to get that assist.
Word.
Other than Luke Walton, that's not
I
bad.
ain't mad at that.
That's not bad.
You ready? Or you need somebody else to go?
I can go now. I'm
Okay, go
ready.
ahead and go.
I'm ready. Okay, so I'm gonna go with my floor general first.
Okay.
Okay, and it's a slight home connection here because his daughter goes to Plant High School, and that's Rod Strickland.
Okay. And
Rod Strickland.
all right.
Yeah, he got a girl plays basketball and soccer at Plant.
Rod came down here.
You know, Rod
Got
used
him
to,
a baby.
he used to coach at he was at USF for a little while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, Rod's one of my. I feel like he's one of the most slept on point guards of all time.
Okay.
You know, he's a
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You know, he'll give you 12 and 9 every year faithfully. That's Rod Strickland was my man.
If you need him to drop 20, he'll drop 20.
If he need to,
Right.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying? He'll give you 20. So my shooting guard, even though he was he won a couple of chips, I still felt like he flew under the radar on that team, and that's Joe Dumars.
He took one.
So Joe, I got Joe at the 2 because Joe's another one. He gonna play defense. Joe can give you 25 if you need him to, but for the most part, he gonna get his little garbage buckets. You know what I'm saying? Play defense all night long and be straight.
Okay.
All right.
You know, I like that pick, but I thought, to me, Joe was a dog on that team.
Ain't
Man.
you
He
ain't
was,
he in the
he
Hall
was.
of Fame though?
He is, but I feel
But
like
he's still underrated
on
when
that
you're talking
team.
about.
You think about that team,
Right.
nobody calls out Joe Dumars first.
They
You know
can
what I'm
call
saying?
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Joe,
Benny
to me,
Johnson first?
Joe is like the third or fourth person you name off that team.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why I feel like Joe's a little bit underrated. All right. Small forward, we need a few more buckets. I'm going with the Iceman, George Gervin.
Ooh, boy.
I still feel like he's not in that conversation of one of the best small forwards of all time. He's still kind of, a little underrated. So that's why I'm going to go with George as a small forward. All right. At the 5, this may not be the conventional pick. But at the 5, I'm going with another Piston / Bull. That's Dennis Rodman.
Is he underrated though?
Yeah, I don't think Dennis.
You don't think Dennis is underrated?
Because we know what Dennis is gonna do.
Yeah, Dennis is
Dennis
going
gonna rebound and play
Look up
defense.
He gonna give you 20
Rebound,
rebounds
Dennis.
and 0 points.
Right.
But that ain't underrated though.
But he's not. But I feel like if you talk about, give me your top 5 power forwards of all time, Dennis is not in that conversation.
That's true.
Okay.
We're not talking about Dennis top
give
5
that.
all time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like he's
Okay.
underrated.
Okay. All right.
Lastly, at the 5, for me, I felt like he was slept on quite a bit. Brad Doherty.
That's a good. That's a good pick. That's a
Brad
good pick.
Doherty is another one because he played in the East. You know what I'm saying? He had to
good, that's
play
good.
behind. He was in
That's
Patrick
no more.
Ewing's shadow for a long time. He was in a
Okay,
lot
alright.
of big men shadow in the East. You should have let me go second. but I give Brad Doherty my 5. Starting at the center for my most
Not
underrated
bad.
of all
Not
time.
Bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Can I take back Luke Walton?
Yes.
You need to.
We'll
You need
give
to.
you a mulligan on Luke Walton. Please take him back.
I'm gonna throw Luke Walton back in the garbage pile, as y'all said I should.
Yeah, put him back there with Judd Bushler.
You could have had Lamar Odom off that team.
No, I'm gonna go with my 5 as Jack Sigma.
Wow. Okay.
Jack's another good one.
That's
He
good.
shot 92% from the free throw line. He was very durable. Very rarely did he miss any time.
Yeah.
And he changed a lot of shots when them boys came down that middle.
He did.
Yeah.
And he could shoot. Like, I remember Jack could shoot that thing, too. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay, good. Good to replace Luke Walton with that one. So,
right.
who you got since you said Chuck stole a lot of your thunders?
Chuck took to him. That means he was in his bank.
He saw your tablet.
I ain't saying that was off the dome, bro.
Okay. Y'all might not say he's underrated, but I think he's underrated because a lot of times people kind of forget how great he was, and that Scottie Pippen is at small forward.
Top 50 player ain't underrated.
I agree with him to a certain degree. I do agree with him because, like you said, people take a lot away from Scottie because he played with Mike.
Right, yeah. Defense, I can get 20 to 25.
Think about that first year Mike left, how good Scottie was.
Yeah.
That's why he's not underrated to me.
But and he was robbing any other moment in his career except for that 1 year. He was robbing.
He's not underrated. So I don't. You could try to explain it to me all you want. He's not underrated.
D, what you
You
say?
can't be a top 50 player and be underrated.
I would say if it was just us 4 who are people that really get into sports, I would say no. But when you go to the masses, I think a lot of people slept on Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
They do.
Okay.
I agree.
If you throw a poll out today and say, give me your top small forward of all time, Scottie Pippen probably ain't going to be. Because they're going to say LeBron.
They're going to say LeBron. They're going to say KD.
They're going to even say Tim Duncan.
Well,
Oh, wait a minute. Tim Duncan was power forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. I don't think they would. I agree. I don't think they would give Scottie.
But that's
top
why
5.
I knew that was borderline.
Okay. All right.
I knew that was borderline.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
We'll let that one go.
He's on the
Okay.
cusp.
All right. At my 5, I had Brad Doherty, but
You
I'm
can
going to
still
go
have. You
somewhere
can
else.
give Brad more love.
I'm going to go somewhere else.
You were prepared. You had a
I'm
back.
prepared.
You had a
I
backup
had a
ready.
backup
Okay.
ready. And that's my man, Chief Robert Parrish for the Boston
That
Celtics.
ugly ass-
Chief
Ooh,
played that defense,
Chief
man.
always looked like he was 50 years
Yes,
old.
he
Always.
did. And the Chief ended up
Robert
getting the ring
Parrish.
with Mike.
Yes.
Robert Parrish is probably the ugliest man in basketball, like Willie McGee was the ugliest nigga in baseball.
Right. But he said it. He set the standard in Boston.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know, man. Sam Cassell will give Parrish a go.
You right.
Oh yeah,
You
you're
right.
right about
I forgot
that. Sam
about Sam
Cassell one of the
Cassell.
ugliest.
Go Florida State.
And
but
Tyrone Hill.
Tyrone Hill is the champion of ugly niggas in the
Man,
NBA.
I seen him in Atlanta in the club.
And he probably had all the hoes.
He had a base with it. Like what?
Looking at you like, yeah,
Yeah, nigga.
you see her.
My power forward is my main man from UNLV, Grandmama, Larry Johnson.
Give you Larry Johnson.
I'll give you Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson.
Nobody's putting Larry Johnson in their top
No.
5 power
They're
forwards.
not. They're
People
not.
forget how bad Larry
A dog.
Johnson was
At 6'9".
at 6'9".
Yeah.
And
Hey, you
playing
say
that
you
post.
saw old boy in the club. I got stuck in Vegas in the airport with Larry Johnson
Oh,
because
yeah?
something happened to our plane.
What,
we sitting on the carpet in the little breezeway just talking.
he was
we
he
gotta
was
wait
done
on
or
another
he was still
plane.
playing?
Was he still playing
Was
or
he
was
still
he
playing
done?
or was he done?
Say again now.
Was he still playing or was he done when you
Oh no. This was recently. This was that time
Oh.
Terry messed up our tickets
Oh, okay.
and we got stuck in Vegas.
Oh, okay. So he must have went to the alma mater and hung out for a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah, I think he was down there doing because he was headed back to Dallas with us.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
All right, my shooting guard was Joe Dumars. My man Chuck went in his bag and got it.
Hey man.
So I'm gonna switch to Clyde Drexler.
He's another one that's on the cusp.
No, he ain't.
Clyde
I mean, he
Drexler's
was on the
underrated.
he was on the dream team.
Because
Clyde Drexler's
of-
on my list.
Jordan.
Yeah.
If it weren't for Jordan, Clyde Drexler would have been the best player
Yeah.
in the NBA.
Yeah.
Best player in the NBA.
Best.
That's a pretty bold statement. That's almost like saying that the Low End Theory was the greatest album of
No,
all
it was
time.
Midnight Marauders. Get
Oh,
it
remember,
right.
my bad. Any Tribe Called Quest album being the greatest of all time was
Who
a
else?
stretch.
Who else was putting up buckets like Clyde was?
Nobody, though. I'm with you. I just don't know if he was all that.
That was my
under-
pick. Now I gotta switch. I gotta find me another shooting guard.
And my point guard was a little cat that played at Phoenix Suns, but he'll bam on your ass if you get him wrong. It's Kevin
He
Johnson.
damn sure will.
Kevin Johnson could fill it up.
Yeah, he could.
He could dish it.
Yeah.
He played D,
Now I gotta find another point guard. Go ahead.
and he just got to keep his hands off the little girls over there.
Yeah.
So you just took my whole front court. It's all cool. It's all good.
But great minds think alike, man.
You right.
You know what I'm saying? That's my starting five.
Luckily, I'm a little prepared.
What you got, bro? Who you got?
So, my point guards was Kevin Johnson, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it to Mark Price.
Wow.
Mark Price was running them Cleveland Cavs
Yes,
teams.
he was.
It was.
Like Mark Price was giving you
Right.
a good.
He could give you a good 20.
15 to 20 a game.
Well, yeah. I mean,
With
it was
10
couple,
assists.
couple years he was giving them 23, 24.
Right.
Yeah. He
Mark
just
Price
had,
and Brad Doherty, and they had that Cavs. They had a squad.
he just
Yeah.
had a beast over there.
Yeah, it was in the East. It was in the Eastern Conference.
What you gonna do?
Ain't nothing really you can do. My shooting guard was Clyde Drexler. He was actually one of my favorite players. But I'll be thinking I got backups. Mitch Richmond.
Mitch
Oh,
was that,
yeah.
Mitch was that
Mitch
dude.
was out there giving buckets.
Run
Run
TMC.
TMC.
Buckets.
Yeah. Tim should have been on somebody's
Yeah. You
somebody's
know what?
five
You're
too.
right. You're right.
You're right. You're right. Probably been on mine, but I don't think he was underrated. This nigga had a commercial in his own shoe. So I don't know how underrated you could be with
He
a commercial
did.
in your own shoe. dog.
Yeah, I feel you. I still don't think he got the respect he deserved.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go work a little bit backwards. My 5 at the center spot is a man after my own heart. And you clowned on him, but for about 5 years, Rick Smits was dominating.
Yeah, he was.
He was playing hard. He was averaging about 20, 22 for a good 2 years. When
He
when
was.
they
That's
was
your
going to
pacer
the-
bias
that's
coming out.
That's okay.
He had a
Okay.
he had a nickname though, so I don't know if you can be underrated if they give you a
The Duncan
nickname.
Dutchman?
Duncan Dutchman. Underrated players don't get nicknames. But anyway,
He had feet
I
problems.
feel
That
you.
really took him out. But yeah,
horrible feet problem.
Man, do y'all remember when all of Indiana was gonna be in unison and they shaved their head bald and Rick Spitz?
Rick said he wasn't having that.
No,
He did.
it.
Oh, that's right. He did.
Rick's
They did.
head looked like,
looked like a
imagine
cancer
Peyton
patient.
Manning cutting his hair off. That's how Rick looked.
It's my boy though.
He
They
looked
had-
like he belonged in Moffitt Center.
That head was terrible.
My power forward is in a newer generation. A lot of people don't think about him, but they probably do. Amari Stoudemire, 18 years old, coming out, giving buckets at 18
He was that dude.
before
Yep.
he started having the injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
That run he had with the Phoenix Suns, he was gonna give you 25 to 30. a
Even when he
game.
got to the Knicks before he got hurt, he was
Right.
laying it down too.
Still gonna give you 25. He could drop 25 easily.
Oh,
Yeah.
easy. Yeah.
Mario was a beast.
Yeah. He was that dude.
And finally, I had to think about it. And when I finally thought about it, I was like, you know what? He really don't get his due. But if you go look at his earlier stuff, this cat was a dog. Andre Iguodala in them 76ers and them Nugget years,
Yeah. He used to
Yeah,
fill the
especially
bucket.
especially the Sixers
the
years.
Sixers years, he was taking it to the rack.
He was
Right.
that dude.
He
Yeah.
was going to get dunked on.
Yeah, he was that dude.
Perennial All-Star.
Perennial all-star.
Yeah, he was that dude.
He was a 2010 guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Andre was that dude.
So
The young folks today don't know nothing about that. They don't
they
know how,
just know Golden State.
They see the old
Miami,
man.
Miami
Right.
Heat, Andre Iguodala.
Yeah,
They don't know.
They don't know when he
They
played
don't
for the
know.
Sixers.
They just know bad hair equal
Right.
dollars.
They don't know 2002 Andre Iguodala
with young legs.
with young legs.
Right.
You gonna get posterized.
Oh yeah.
You gonna be on somebody's poster.
Oh yeah.
So that's my five. So Mark
I ain't-
Price,
I ain't mad at
Mitch
that.
Richmond, Iguodala, Stoudemire, and Rick Smith.
Not bad.
Cool.
Not bad. Not bad. So does that wrap up?
That wraps up
who
who
you
you
got?
got.
Cool. All right. I ain't mad at that, fellas. Good segment. Good segment. But now we want to get into our final segment of the day or the week, actually, as we always do. We're gonna shout out a female in sports, and for this week's Who's That Lady, one of my favorite players of all time. I'm going back to basketball, and it's Miss Dawn Michelle Staley. Dawn Staley. Dawn was born May 4th, 1970 in Philadelphia. She started her high school basketball career at Dobbins Tech. And she went on to be a 3-time Olympic gold medalist. She actually carried the United States flag in the opening ceremonies in 2004 Summer Olympics. Prior to that, though, she started at University of Virginia, where she was one of few ladies to win Player of the Year twice. I'm gonna run down some of her some of her accolades as a player. She was ACC Player of the Year in '91 and '92. That same year, she also won National Player of the Year, Naismith College Player of the Year. She went on to play for the Charlotte Sting. She was drafted in the first round, number 9, I believe, overall. She was a 6-time All-Star, and in 2011, she was named as one of the WNBA's top 15 players of all time. A lot of people know her today as a coach. She actually started her coaching career while she was still in the WNBA in the year 2000, when she got hired as the head women's basketball coach at University of Temple, where she led them to 6 tournament appearances. She won 4 conference titles with them, and then 3 regular season conference championships as well. In 2008, she went on to coach University of South Carolina, where she is currently, and she showed out even more. I'm gonna give you some of her accolades as a coach. 2-time Atlantic 10 Coach of the Year, 3-time regular season champion at Temple, 4-time tournament champion at Temple. When she got to South Carolina, she was the 4-time SEC Coach of the Year. She won Naismith Coach of the Year, being the only woman to win Naismith Player of the Year as both the Naismith of the Year for a coach and a player. She's the only woman to ever do that. 5 regular season SEC titles, 5 tournament titles, 2 NCAA regional championships. She hit the Final Four in 2015, went back in 2017 where she won it all. Dawn, I talked about Jason Kidd being one of my favorite male player at the time. Dawn was the female Jason Kidd, loved her as a baller. Love her even more as a coach. She's holding it down for the women on the coaching ranks, so she's doing great things in South Carolina. So we want to give Dawn Staley her props, give her flowers, because she can still smell them. Dawn, we salute you from the OG Sports Show. Keep doing your thing, girl. Keep making differences in young ladies' lives, and keep coaching.
Word up.
Well, that's it.
That's it.
Week 9 is a wrap. D, we appreciate you joining us, my boy.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming on with us.
Next
Man,
time.
I appreciate the invite, man. Anytime.
Oh yeah. Next time.
Anytime y'all need somebody to come on and talk about Luke Walton, holler at me.
Word up. And
Next
shout
time.
out to all the Lex and Terry listeners that listen to the OG show.
For sure.
We had got a big shout out last week from Terry on the show. I appreciate it. One love to the Lex and Terry fans.
Oh yeah. And D, next time you come home, man, if you're at home, man, hit us up, man. We go get us a drink or something, man, and link
Oh, for
up.
sure.
And record live with you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That'll work, man. So to all returning listeners, make sure you check us out, SVM on YouTube. We signing off live from South Tampa. We'll get with y'all next week. Be easy.